Live in a world of your own creation, number 10. It's only 2 to go. Let me get into some fun stuff here. So from that, once you get that and you start putting it across lots of different people, you can start being really brave about this. So when you don't think like everybody else, you don't have to dress like everyone else. So like I said, it's like we tend to go into a thing then of not jumping, we call it building the brand world. So we're not jumping straight into design and we're going, here's the pointy thing of exactly, this is what your brochure looks like. You know, I mean, downstairs, I mean, literally look around the literature downstairs of everybody that was down there. Everybody was literally going, we've got literature that looks like we're a medical supply company. And you kind of go, you know, oh, where's the thing that stands out? Why isn't even like a bright color across one thing? And he goes, well, it should be white and clean. And yeah, well, the inside could be, could the outside be bright and colorful? Why not? Because there's not that ability to make that jump, because there'll be people who be going, oh no, we should be, you know, keep it conservative, keep it beige. You go, no, you can be whatever you want to be. It's interesting, as soon as that happens as well, I noticed it over the last 3 years with estate agents, as soon as real estate agents started changing and being a little bit different, they all start following suit. But this is about, like, you know, it creatively as well, when you kind of go, okay, we're going to have a jingle, we're going to do a radio and we're going to have a jingle. What should that jingle be like? You kind of go, you literally go, well, it should be this. Okay, does it do that? You know, and you start going, okay, and all of a sudden you start to build your own language and you're living in your own little world where, you know, you look at something and you go, I know it's those guys. I know it's those guys. You can see how amazing they are. So let's talk about some BaptistCare stuff. So look, this is their logo, their master brand. You know, so now we've gone from BCS over to BaptistCare, so we've renamed it for starters. There's been a lot of, well, what weight do you put on Baptist? What weight do you put on Care? There's a lot of these kind of conversations that are happening before we get down to this stage. Their icon at the top actually means something. So the icon at the top is basically the brand summarized down, and you'll see one come up in a second where it says it. And it's actually technically 6 words, but we've kind of written it as 4. That kind of makes sense. But you can summarize their brand and what they believe in, which is all individual, all connected, all respected. So yeah, like I said, it's 6 words, but it's 4 the way we've locked it up. Which is the idea of the icon. Can everybody work out the icon? So you go, the negative space of the icon is the client. You know, so the white is the client, and the people around him are the people kind of caring for them. There's loads of other little things in here. There's 2 tiny little crucifixes on the T's. Get them in there. Again, once they're in there, and it's called a smile in the mind fact. Once people can kind of see it and they kind of go, oh yeah, I kind of know, I know it's there. You remember it from. So there's also criteria that we have for every brand. So it's got to be meaningful, right? If your logo's a swoosh, and I hate this, there's probably someone in this room who's going, oh, logo's a swoosh. But if your logo's a swoosh and doesn't stand for anything, that you're literally putting that swoosh on things, and everybody's got swooshes. You know, like so do you know what I mean? It'll be like a line like this and a line like that. And when you kind of go, what do your swooshes mean? People go, which is fine if they mean something, but a lot of the time people kind of go, oh, that's just our logo. You know, it means synergy. And you kind of go, okay, if you go through that brand pyramid, you can literally then go back and go, well, we want to say this. And you can start saying something really powerful as well. And then that's the thing that you're going to be putting on everything. Do you know what I mean? So people start, you know, going, yeah, that's us, and they're proud about it. So yeah, like I said, some criteria. So it's got to be meaningful. You know, it's got to be easily recognized, easily recalled. You know, so I could literally go downstairs. It's like if I chopped off half the people's logo, you know, chopped off half your logo, do I still recognize it as you? Probably, you know, probably not, because they're not. You know, a lot of these people's aren't, you know, brands aren't standing for anything. Memorable. So, you know, it's got to facilitate recall. Do you know what I mean? So when people kind of see it, so like I said, building up a whole graphic language, you know, with stuff. So yeah, they got the logo. We've got our circle devices, and the idea of the circle devices is it's the idea visually, the idea of community kind of coming together. You know, photography. So we've stuck. You know, there's we've got a big brand guidelines for them to literally go. You know, photography has never got just one person in it. It's always got a couple of people in it because it's about. Because, you know, there's also a lot of their old photography when it was BCS was very negative, where it was like people sat, you know, solemn, black and white, and it was like, why are you doing that? And it was like, oh, because we're talking about loneliness. And I go, well, talk about loneliness, but show the positive result. Don't show the negative thing, because you people then associate with the negative thing. Seems obvious once you say it. But literally sticking it into the guidelines and going, that's what we're going to do from here on in. There was a lot of photography, really interesting, because BaptistCare do a lot of new developments, building a lot of stuff, and there'd be a lot of photography that they'd literally pay a quality photographer to go out and do, and they'd be like, here's our new centre. And they'd go out and they'd go, here's our day room, and they'd photograph the day room completely empty, right? And then when you'd kind of talk to people, they'd go, that one of the biggest fears that people would say were the fear of being lonely. So don't show them an empty room, right? And again, that's what I mean by holding a mirror up, because they go, of course, it's obvious. And now it's like shooting people in situ, just kind of makes sense. We also want to gain attention quickly, and we want to build high levels of brand awareness. So doing the same stuff over and over again starts to make sense. So we've gone from those horrible blue signs, you know, to, you know, big bright signs. Why not? You know, it's like to print a really bright sign versus a black and white and a grey sign costs the same. So start having fun with this stuff. You know, it's aesthetically pleasing. It's containing a rich visual and verbal vocabulary as well, and it's fun and interesting. It's like you've got to live with this stuff for a long time, so let's kind of make it fun. Consistency. So here we go. So here's the respect values on a load of other things as well. So staff pass cards, fold outs, pens that roll out, etc., as well. Then it's interesting because when you start going, okay, so this is out of the Gracewood out of Kellyville. There's all the signage around the place. You see a flag off in the background there with the same type of stuff on. But you actually start going, really, the BaptistCare logo, that probably takes up probably 5% of that whole sign. It's a big 6 metre by 4 metre, and it's not, probably 4 metre by 2.5 sign. It only takes up 5%, but I can look at it for tone, for colour, for typography, and I kind of go, I know that's them. I mean, in fairness, that is on the site as well, so that's once they're in there. But you kind of get what's going on. Now, this is the whole point, is once authentically they know who they are, so this is before, that thing looks grim. You know, that bus, you just go, everybody aboard. Oh, you know, it's just, you know, and it's like, it's white and it's hard to keep clean, and it kind of goes, oh, it just smacks of nobody having any real pride about it. You know, and all of a sudden, and we notice this throughout we notice all the time with companies, all of a sudden you start getting a bit of pride building up and people start going, yeah, I work for BaptistCare, when they never did before. And then after, and you go, it's just brighter. You know, again, it costs the same amount to, oh, actually no, it doesn't, because the other one just had a back print. But a side print doesn't cost anything on a bus. It's just a vinyl. But all of a sudden you start going, oh, I've start getting some pride about this. We'll start building it up. This is a corker. So we literally went, so around the time we're starting getting the brand going, BaptistCare were based in Epping. I think it's Epping. And it was really funny because we kind of got in there, and what we started noticing was the silo within the business, where they were literally in this building where it was just like cubicles on cubicles on cubicles, in rooms and cubicles in rooms, and the IT guys were downstairs in a thing, and it was just like a maze in the place. And when we kind of went in, we're like, okay, so we're talking about all individual, all connected or respected. Who's that? And they'd be like, I don't know. You go, well, that's a problem. And so they made decisions. We're going to rename the company. They also just went, we've been thinking about it for a while, but we're going to move premises. We're going to move to a premises that's completely open plan. And we're like, okay. And we kind of carried on with the branding process, and we went along. And they made a decision to say, right, we're going to go open plan because we want people to be connecting with each other in these offices. And it kind of went off sideways from us, and then thankfully they kind of went, oh well, do you guys want to help us with the interiors? And we went, sure. And they go, but it's all right, we've already had an interior designer who's designed the reception and stuff. And we said, show us what you've done. And we were like, I was like, it couldn't be more beige if you tried. I go, and obviously this is with we haven't done the new brand yet, but we were still in the brand world phase of going, it's bright, it's colourful, it's connected, it's all these things. And we were like, okay. And we'd already kind of made the decision on how the space was going to be chopped up. But I was going, well, what can we change? So we can change the finishes. And we were like, okay, well, when we get the new brand, park all the production of stuff for a second. Let's get the brand done, and then we can relook at the finishes. And this is actually what it looks like today. So you go in there, and I just feel like I'm in, you say beige, exciting, beige, exciting. It really is like, it's the same model chairs, but we've actually not quite. But we've just gone, we can get them in a brand colour, let's do that. Let's tile the floor. You can kind of see along here a swathe of the kind of literature for all different stuff, and you kind of go, I kind of feel like it's all the same. It's not the same place. It doesn't. Like a lot of facilities kind of end up looking very jumble sale-esque. There's everything's kind of different. Consistency. You probably can't quite see it on the slide there, but the consistency is that basically you should always start the conversation with the BaptistCare logo, and it should always end with care you can trust, even in an environment. So I go in there, the lifts are kind of here, and I walk in, I go, BaptistCare, welcome. And before it was just a big beige space. So it's the same, printed coloured walls, and you just go, again, the cost for doing it was virtually identical. I think we had a wall print. Do you know what it was? We actually saved money and only put one TV in. I was like, why do you need two TVs? It's not MTV, so we actually put a smaller TV in, saved that budget, and fitted out the whole place within the same budget. But it feels much more on brand. I know who these guys are. This is amazing. This was the staff dining room. I literally went, are we going to, what? It's like, they said, no, we're going to put a TV up. It was like, you've got the opportunity to do whatever you want. You literally blank slate. You can do whatever you want, and that's it. They said, yeah, we've ordered the chairs though. And we're like, okay, well, let's have some fun with this. And these are actually what it is now. So, and this is all individual, all connect or respected. Hence what I was saying with the 4 words. But it was like, well, let's just do a printed wall vinyl. Bring colours in. The benches behind it are all in the same colour as well. And then we've kind of then taken, I haven't got all the photos on here, but taken all the colours through on the desks and meeting areas and open things up. And you just, all of a sudden, it goes from bland to brand, because you start going, well, I really feel like these guys are actually standing for something. We've got brand values kind of printed throughout the place. I'm missing some slides. Brand values kind of printed throughout the place, and you just kind of go, yeah, I kind of get who these guys are about. The sense of pride from within staff is incalculable. Well, it's not incalculable. We've kind of worked it back to how many people are leaving, and it's not. They're actually now got more people kind of coming in than way more than leaving.